Liquid glass might not be for everyone, but these 13 apps make it look good. So I wanted to share some brand new apps I've been using, including a beautiful habit tracker, a weather app with a special feature for upcoming trips, where I'm keeping track of upcoming episodes for my favorite shows, beautiful apps for writing, staying focused, designing Apple Music playlist artwork, and an app I really love for saving things to read later. First up, I use a lot of different apps for tracking movies and TV shows, but when it comes to upcoming episodes, I really enjoyed this app called Showline. You can add both TV and movies to the app. I put some of the shows I'm currently watching, including Pluribus, and it separates it out by shows and movies. So here I have TV shows, it lets me know what season and episode I'm on, and how many episodes of each show I still have left. Then at the bottom, I really like this view. It tells you what day new episodes are going to come out of the shows you follow. And if you've watched everything and you're waiting for the next season of a show, it'll tell you that here, 9 days till the next episodes for Stranger Things. You also see the actual show page here where you can go by season, check off the episodes you've watched, and you can also add movies that are going to be coming out in theaters. So I do have Avatar here. I don't know if I'm going to watch that in the theater, but you can see how many days left. You get some information on the movie here. And while I do use a different app to keep track of movies I want to watch, I'll show you that in a second, I do really like this for TV shows. There is a Showline Premium. It is just 99 cents per month, and you can get other plans, $10 annually, or just lifetime for $30. Really love when apps have that lifetime purchase. And I actually purchased that lifetime usage when I first got the app. Great app to set up your shows for the coming year. So that's for entertainment, but maybe you're trying to build some new daily or weekly habits. Well, there's a great app for that called Ripples. I really love the design of this app. You can track 3 different things on the free plan. If you want to upgrade to Ripples Plus, then you can get unlimited boards, different widget styles, $15 for a lifetime purchase. Pretty reasonable, but I love that you can have multiple boards. You can say whether you've exercised for that day. If you're trying to stay hydrated, you can choose the default ounces that you're going to drink and then add that. And these are all the days that you've actually kept up that habit. It also has a beautiful widget that you can put on your home screen. This way you can see over time how well you're doing at building that habit. And just to show you, I'll go into light mode for a second because you can actually adjust these boards to be light or dark. These are dark mode boards. And when it comes to the widget, you have lots of different options. You have the long version, you can have a square, and you can even have really big dashboards with a bunch of things you're trying to track. All right, this next app might be one of my new favorites and where I start saving things for later. It's called Capture. It's a simple app that allows you to save pretty much everything. I'll show you how you can run this from the share sheet in a moment, but you can save locations and maps. You can just share photos from your camera roll. You can share YouTube video links, Apple News articles, and other URLs, products, and more. You can also just capture something via text by typing in here, or tap the plus icon and choose things like from your photo library, add things to a list, a PDF. And I love the simplicity of the inbox, but you can also create custom lists. So you can move things into the videos list, then you can tap in and it'll send you back over to that video on YouTube. Now, it's not necessarily like some read later apps where it will actually show you the full article content. So for instance, if I go to this Apple News article, I'm not gonna read it here in Capture, it's gonna send me back to the news app. But frankly, I actually like that experience because I wanna watch the YouTube video on YouTube, I wanna read the article in Apple News. And the great part is the share sheet option is lightning fast. So for instance, if I'm here in the Apple News app, and let's say I wanna save this article, I can tap the share button. You can add capture here in the share sheet, and as soon as I tap it, done. It's already captured. And here, there's a link to actually open the app so I can go directly to what I just saved. And you can even quickly add it to a specific list in the share sheet. So I can tap add to list here, create a new list right here from the share sheet, or add it to my videos list. I can also add a note or some context. Then I can tap the little send button, and then when I go back to the Capture app, and it has the article there. Also, it separates things like the text you might have written about something and the actual article. I can quickly copy that URL to my keyboard or go right to sharing this content from the Capture, and it's sharing the original link, not some Capture URL. I love apps like this that are single purpose, it's simple and beautiful design, and yes, it also integrates with shortcuts. Now you can only save up to 20 items on the free version, but I love that you don't have ads and it's cluttered even on the free version. Lifetime purchase is only $12. You know what, I think I'm gonna do that right now. That might be the first time I've actually bought an app while I'm recording the video, but I think Capture Pro is worth it. And there's some nice preference options like automatically detecting the date and URL. There's different list actions so you can swipe on an item to move to a list, to delete it. There's an auto close speed, so when you run it from the share sheet, you can choose how much time you have to make a decision there. You can toggle the all option, so even if you move things into lists, you can still go and see everything. So here's the all items. And like I mentioned before, lots of shortcut actions for it as well. You can create a capture, find a capture, open the app. Then you can even automate something like with an RSS feed, a YouTube channel RSS feed, and create a capture that just adds new videos. And like just as a quick example, let's say you get the RSS feed for my YouTube channel. There it is right there. We can get items from that feed. Let's get the last 5 items. Let's add a repeat with each command. And then let's just put a create capture option in that repeat loop. I'm going to toggle off show and run. Let's say you automated this to run every Monday morning. You can even choose what list you want it to go to. Now when I run this shortcut, it's going to add the latest 5 videos to my capture app in the video list, and there those videos are. Even has the little nice thumbnail, title of the video. Don't worry, I'll put a link to this shortcut down in the video description. Now I also have a few apps that are going to help get you through the holidays, both for weather, food tracking, and travel. Another thing to help get you through the holidays and all of next year is today's sponsor, Factor. Now, I actually personally paid for Factor for months because I really enjoy it. Their fresh, never frozen meals are ready in 2 minutes in the microwave, or my personal preference, I actually heat it up for 7 minutes at 350 in a toaster oven, and it comes out excellent. It's real food with real ingredients, and you can focus on high protein, low carb, calorie smart. And you may have noticed I've been tracking my calories for the last 6 months, and Factor makes it easy to do that too. I use one of the apps I talk about in this video, Foodnoms. I scan the nutrition label, and I get all my protein, macros, and calories tracked for the meal. I usually go keto or high protein meals, and they have 35 or over 40 grams of protein per meal. They've also added more Mediterranean inspired and gut friendly options like veggies with roasted parsnip, but my personal favorite is the Fiesta Lime Chicken. It comes with cauliflower, cheese, it's a bunch of chicken, so it's high protein. I love that one particularly. So head to factor75.com and use my promo code, or just click that link down in the description, or scan the QR code right here on screen, and you get 50% off your first box and free breakfast for a year. I actually love their egg bites for breakfast, high in protein, quick to make. That offer is good for 1 per box with an active subscription. Free meals applied as a discount on the first box, new or returning subscribers only. Varies by plan, but sign up today. I've loved Factor for a long time, and I think you'll enjoy it too. But thanks to Factor for sponsoring this video. All right, next, I know there's lots of weather apps out there, but Mercury Weather, I think, has done a beautiful job redesigning their app. Love the graphs with the temperature, weather conditions, but this has a unique feature that I think is going to be great for if you're traveling, especially over the holidays. You can tap the little globe icon here in the top right, and then you can add one of your upcoming trips. I'm heading out to CES in January, and so I can add that as a trip, see the current weather and the weather for the next week, nicely displayed here. And the Mercury app has some beautiful widgets, lots of different options to choose from. This is current location with the current forecast. You can also change over to the daily forecast to see the full week. Did a great job on its design, and I love that upcoming trip feature. Now, an app I've talked about before but had some great updates in iOS 26 and Liquid Glass is Focus. You know, I think it is time for a break. I'll actually add a little 5-minute break here. Has a nice inspirational quote right up here at the top. Then it also gives you an activity summary, but the main purpose is to just help you time your day. Whether you're using the Pomodoro technique, you want to time your 5 or 10-minute breaks, you can start those timers here in the app, or it also has beautiful widgets. So right here is the Focus app widget. You can see it showing my 5-minute break timer right here. Pretty wild that it actually shows the live countdown and every second ticking on the widget. Really like that. And I can always tap in to go back to the app. You can also add tasks and use this as kind of your task manager app. Then you can go over to the activity tab, see a summary of how many focus sessions, breaks you've had. Even has a little Apple Intelligence section for insights on how you're doing. If you want to try it for a month, there's pricing for that. But since I went independent, I'm trying to get better at actually planning my day and having chunks of time. And so Focus is helping me with that. Oh, also forgot to show you that Showline app has great widgets too. You can see how many episodes are left in whatever's in your watch list. Next, if you want to track your steps specifically, you can see that in the fitness and activity apps, but I think this Steps app is really beautifully designed. I like the font choices, just gives you a quick, here's the day, here's how many steps you took, flights climbed, and distance walked. Nice little animations going from day to day. You can also see your activities and workouts here in the tab. And this is just the free version. You can pay to update it with like weekly and monthly charts. $2 a month, pretty reasonable. $10 a year or $20 lifetime. Again, kudos to any app that offers that lifetime one-time purchase. Also nice home screen widgets, kind of like the Ripples app that shows you the progress in the little squares. Next, I've been using the stock reminders app more and more. I still use things for a lot of work stuff, but I use reminders for my video planning. And sometimes you want to be able to add a reminder really fast, maybe even to a specific list. Well, I actually like this Remind Faster app. Here you can actually choose what list you want to quickly add a reminder to. Maybe it's my videos list, maybe it's something else. You just give it access to your reminders, and then it kind of has some easy controls here, like maybe you want to be reminded at noon or 6 p.m., maybe in an hour or 6 hours. And if you want to set a specific day or create a repeating reminder, you can do that quickly, but this allows me to quickly input a reminder like app video. Send it like I'm sending a message, and that reminder is already added. This actually feels quicker than jumping into the Reminders app, going to my specific list. You can also add information like location alerts right here using the Remind Me Faster. You can use it for free. There are upgrades available if you want to do things like natural language input. It's a one-time purchase of $6, really reasonable. There's also lock screen and control center actions. Now, just to show you the difference, Apple did add an add reminders action that you can put in the control center. Let me add a control down here. And if you search for a reminder, you'll see the new reminder. That's the built-in action. But let's also add the Remind Me Faster, and let's see the difference. If I want to do a new reminder here, I could tap that. If I want to choose the list, I could tap here, choose inbox, put the reminder. I can choose a date and time here, even remind me in an hour, or remind me tonight, flag it, location, and then I'm done. Alternatively, if you use the Remind Me Faster action, it jumps into the app. Everybody likes adding reminders a little differently, so I just thought it'd be nice to have a different option. Remind Me Faster also has shortcuts actions. You can do the new reminder here, and you can specify list, location, priority, title, note, and whether you want it to set to today. All right, next, if you're in school or maybe you're just writing a lot of essays and papers, this app I think is beautiful. Number one, it actually takes the design cues from Apple's own iWork suite, like Pages, Numbers, and Keynote. So it kind of looks like one of those apps. And when you tap New Essay, you can actually choose your citation style. So maybe you need to write something in MLA format, and it'll just give you that template right here in MLA. Lots of different options here for managing sections. This is, again, the free version. If you want it to go to Pro. Now, that Pro version does have reference library, Google Scholar search. You can also subscribe here, and then you get the app on Mac, iPad, and iPhone. You might use this more on the Mac and the iPad, plus there's different themes. But I do think the app is beautiful. If you need to write in essays with particular format, might help you stay within those guidelines. And you can see if you upgrade to Pro, then you also have that reference manager here. This next app, it's not one that I'm using often, but I actually forgot to mention it in my visual intelligence video and just wanted to point it out here. Alyx, it is a nice looking app. You can track your caffeine intake, so you can program the kind of drinks you normally drink, whether or not you had an espresso. You can log it quickly. It also has some nice widgets. The widgets do require the Pro membership, $10 a year, $2 a month, or $25 for forever. Again, kudos for that. But the one reason why I wanted to mention it is because I noticed it when I took a screenshot, which was kind of weird. I did a video on visual intelligence and the apps kind of hacking their way into the screen. So if you do the reverse Google image search, there's a bunch of apps like Bezel, Etsy, and Lowe's you might see in this section, but Alyx is also here. But when you go to the Alyx app, it's not really doing anything with the screenshot. It's just giving you another place to log your coffee. And so if you wanted to say, yeah, I just had a cold brew, you can log it from the visual intelligence screenshot screen. I'm not sure why anyone would do that, but kind of hilarious that they're one of the few apps actually integrating with visual intelligence, so kudos to Alyx. Now, I mentioned there's another app that I use for keeping track of movies I want to watch. I've mentioned this before, I've done an entire video on it, but I still use the Sofa app for movies that I want to watch, also because it has this special list feature. So I can categorize movies where here are family movies that we've watched. It's a nice log so I can go back and see things we've watched recently. But I can also categorize movies as movies and shows to watch either between me and my wife. Maybe it's just me. I still want to go back and watch that Chernobyl series. I just thought about this kids baking championship, maybe to watch with the kids. And then I can go into a movie or TV show, and under the tags, I can choose, is this for me, spouse, or family? And if I choose family, now that's actually going to go to my special list where family movies to watch. I'm actually going to update this list to include movies and TV shows, and now I can go to that family movies or family shows to watch. I can see TV shows, movies, so when we finally sit down together to actually watch something as a family, I can quickly go to the Sofa app, see what movies I had planned for that. I also like keeping track of my books read. I didn't get to do a ton of reading in 2025, but hope to do more in 2026, so I have my history there. I also have books to read, things that I would want to watch. And Sofa even added podcasts to their app recently. So if you wanted to listen to podcasts as well as read books, as well as keep track of your books and movies, you can literally do all of that here in the Sofa app. Actually has a pretty nice podcast player right here, quick access to the show notes, has playback controls like trimming silence, voice boost, and even listening speed, all the way up to 3x, which is wild. But Sofa is a really powerful app, and this is still my repository for things that I'm hoping to see one day. All right, last few. If you wanted to design playlist artwork for Apple Music, the Denim app is perfect for that. Then you can choose a playlist that already exists. Maybe you want to change the cover. Let's do AirPods Pro 3 review. Now it's actually going to pull some of the artists and you can use that as the playlist artwork up here. You have different colors and font choices, or you can scroll down. You can browse between seasons and genres. There's a textures section, and some of them are available for free. Others you do have to upgrade. You'll see the little lock icon there, but if I wanted to do the interwoven artwork, I can go up to customize. I can change the text, change the colors, maybe select a different background color, and you'll see as you try to change things, you might have to upgrade to Pro. If you do want to go Pro, it's $10 a year or $30 lifetime. Again, kudos for that one-time purchase. I'll just stick with the free color, that's fine. If I tap done, I can add the cover to the playlist. It'll save that image to my photo library. Then I can go over to my Apple Music library. It opens directly to that playlist, and I can edit that image. Choose a photo, choose the one I created with Denim, and there you go. So you can use it for free, create nice playlist artwork. You can change the text, choose some of the colors and design. Maybe you want to create a winter or holiday playlist. You can do all of that here. Nice single purpose app, and you can even pull in images from things like Unsplash. And I like the design aesthetic for a lot of their just kind of custom templates here. You probably already know about Flighty. If you're traveling this holiday season or whenever, it's the best way to track your flights. And one of the best things about Flighty is if you don't travel often, which I maybe take 2 or 3 trips a year, you can pay for that $60 build annually if you travel a lot, or you can just pay $5 for a week of usage, and it gives you all the live activities, the widgets. It's going to give you even faster updates than you'll get from your actual airline's app, and there actually is a one-time purchase lifetime. Is this worth it? Yes. You can ask my co-host on Primary Technology, Jason Aiton. You can listen to that podcast above or the links down in the description. Flighty is simply the best app for keeping track of your flights, getting the latest updates, and you get that fun passport at the end of the year showing all the flights you've taken. All right, and bonus app number 13. I've talked about it before, but Foodnoms had a great update for iOS 26. It's using liquid glass, but it still looks great. I've been using this to track calories for the last 5 or 6 months, and it's been working great for me. I love that it integrates with my Apple Watch, so as I have activity or if I do a workout like a walk outside, it will adjust the calories for that day so I know I'm still in a deficit. Helps me track my macros easily. Also has an incredible widget that actually adjusts throughout the day, and it will try to predict what you might want to log next, and I can quickly log it just by tapping here. It also integrates with shortcuts. You can also save things to your library, and so as my wife makes meals, she'll actually input it into Foodnoms and she'll track it herself, and then I can just relog those things, go to my meals or different foods. It has been the best food tracking app, the only one that I've been able to stick with, and I'm going to be using it even over the holidays. So links to Foodnoms and all the apps I talked about in this video are down in the description. And get subscribed because there are a lot more apps that I wanted to feature. I literally have several homepages kind of set up with apps that I want to keep playing around with, keep trying, but just didn't have time to get into them for this video. So keep your eye on the channel, hit that like button. Also, if you've discovered any apps recently, they could be new apps or big updates, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to check them out. And just a word, if you're a developer and you're hoping to be featured in one of these videos, I never charge any app developer for anything to be in these videos. I've been getting dozens of emails a day because there's someone or maybe a group of people impersonating me and writing emails to developers saying that I'll feature your app in a video if you pay them like $100 on PayPal. Don't do it. It's a scam. I never charge an app for being featured in this. I don't even talk to the developers before I make a video like this. I just save apps as people share them with me on social media, in the comments, and then when I can get to making a video after I've tried some of the apps, then I do it. But if you're a developer, please be mindful. Look for email spoofing. There's even a Reddit thread about the scam that's been going on. So I'll never charge you to feature you in a video like this. But if you're a developer and you want me to take a look at your app, I can't feature everybody, and I only try to share the apps that I really do like. But let me know down in the comments of this video, and I also have a contact form on my website, and you can share your app with me that way as well. Thanks again for watching. I'll put a couple videos up here that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. My last shortcuts video. And if you're watching this at the end of the year, I did my 2025 Chargy Awards where I awarded the best 3-in-1 chargers, MagSafe batteries, and power banks. Would love if you watch that as well. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you next time.